Welcome to What's Trending with Tire Review, presented by Apex 2022. I'm Maddie Weiner, and I'm joined in studio today by David Martin, Chief Operating Officer of CEMB USA. David is a tire industry veteran, having served in roles of increasing importance with AccuTurn, Hennessy Industries, and American Tire Distributors, just to name a few. He's also been heavily involved in the tire industry, serving in various capacities with the Tire Industry Association, including as president from 2017 to 2018. David, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Maddie. It's wonderful to be here.
Well, I'm so glad you're able to be in studio with us today. It's definitely a treat. So David, I know you joined CEMB in August of 2021, so not quite a year from when we're filming this. How have these past roles influenced your current role today as COO of CEMB?
Well, I've been very fortunate, Maddie, to have had these experiences and work with the various companies I've been with. ATD was a wonderful learning experience. It was a very broad company with a lot of reach within the industry. It also afforded me the time and the opportunity to be able to serve as a TIA president and on the board of directors from 2012 until I completed my time as president and past president of TIA. So I've been very fortunate with those roles in that AccuTurn was a very similar company to what CEMB is today. And so our presence in the industry mirrors a lot of what I experienced and worked with when I was vice president of sales and marketing at Accu Industries. And then Hennessy, which is Coates and Amco products, having worked there in various capacities, was a great opportunity to learn how a Fortune 100 company, or the Danaher brand at that time was the company that owned Hennessy, and how they operated, and just a tremendous learning experience there also.
That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Well, so tell us about CEMB. I know, I know CEMB, but I know some of our readers may not know the brand. And from what I understand, the company has been in the industry a very, very long time. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So yeah, tell me about maybe a little of the history of the company, things like that.
Be glad to. So CEMB is a very interesting company because it's still privately held. And it is the company is corporately, from a international perspective, is based out of Italy, Modello del Lario, Italy, which is about 45 minutes north of Milan, up on Lake Como. Very beautiful area.
Yeah.
And so that's the corporate office, and it began in 1946.
Oh, wow.
And so, yes, there is a tremendous amount of history there. Currently, the company is run by Carlo Buzzi, who is the son of the founder, Luigi Buzzi.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
And his father founded the company, and it is being run by Carlo. And the grandson of Luigi Buzzi is now also involved and in the company. And his name is also Luigi Buzzi.
Oh, nice.
So there's very nice succession within the family, and it's privately held and doing very well globally and in the U.S.
Very interesting. And yeah, it's a family-owned company, like a lot of the tire dealers that at least our audience consists of.
So. That we serve.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah,
yes.
That's awesome. So CEMB now also makes products and parts for other companies too, is that right?
Well, there's a little more to it than just that. Let me
yes.
kind of, if I can expand on it
Please.
a bit.
Yeah.
So CEMB was founded in 46, like I said, 1946, but there are 3 divisions within the company. There's a garage, which is what I'm handling in the division in the U.S. is the U.S., Canada, Mexico, Latin America, and we're moving into Brazil. So that is what's managed out of the Gainsville, Georgia location.
Wow.
So we have that in the U.S. and in the company, when you look at the divisions within the company, there's garage, there's industrial, and there's commercial. We can balance, and balancing is where the company was founded. Mm-hmm. So there's technology being used by multiple manufacturers, and we even build machines for private branding within the U.S. market specifically, but around the world. And CHEM around the world is quite expansive. We serve in the aero industry. There's a gentleman that works out of the office in Gainsville that works with Boeing and large corporations like that on balancing and testing of like rotors. That's another area where we do balancing.
Right.
And so within the automotive, but a much broader spectrum of products than just automotive.
So you said garage, which is automotive, PLT,
right.
I guess, commercial and industrial.
Correct.
Okay, got it. That covers a whole lot of
a lot of industries.
Yeah.
And the thread that runs through it is balancing.
Okay.
And identifying vibrations and imbalances. And we as a company have been very fortunate to, the garage division is able to leverage those other segments and divisions in what we do. And so we bring technology that they develop and have incorporated it into our products.
That's interesting. So maybe some cross R&D type stuff going on.
Absolutely.
Okay. Very cool. Very interesting. So I do have a question about some trends you all are seeing, and specifically in wheel balancers. But I did want to ask first, bringing it back to CHEM.
Okay.
I know CHEM was looking to expand its North American headquarters in 2018.
That's correct.
I saw that there's a new training center, larger warehousing, things like that. Can you give us an update on that and any plans for future expansion there? Or?
Actually, that's a great question. We're in the process right now of receiving drawings and quotes on a building expansion.
Okay.
So we're considering several options with that, but we have the facility that you mentioned that it was expanded on in 2018, and that same facility is still up and running. And what we're going to do is move a building out to our west side of the building and create more warehouse receiving docks, multiple receiving docks. And we're to a point where we filled up our space and we need more space. A good problem to have.
Yeah,
and
sure.
the interesting thing, if I may, the company, what's happened is we're gaining a lot of attention within the U.S. market because, and I've told this to customers that have been to our Gainesville location to visit. I've told them, I said, you're really getting to see the best kept secret in the automotive industry. And once we go through our product lineup, our portfolio of products, of balancing, wheel alignment, and tire changers, they come away with a very different perspective of who we are and what we represent in the market. And then they look at the garage, industrial, and commercial divisions, and they go, wow, this is a special company.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's been a pleasure in the short time I've been there to be able to bring customers in and share our story. So that has been something that's been fun for me and good to share with the industry.
Yeah, for sure. That's incredible. Yeah, and so business is like you're saying, so good that 2018 you added on, but now you're adding more. Is that right?
We're at capacity, and we need more space. And we are adding team members to increase production capabilities, and we are growing our sales force and our rep agencies and service department. We're growing all the way around. We've grown just this year. Inbound calls are up around 40%
over
last year.
Wow.
So we're really stretched to be able at this point, until we get our people trained. We've been a little bit pushed to be able to accommodate all that new business and all those inbound calls.
Yeah, well, definitely a good thing, that's for sure. Yeah, very cool.
Good problems to have.
Yeah, exactly. Well, best of luck with expansion plans for sure.
Well, thank you.
That's awesome. So I did want to kind of circle back and talk about some of those trends that you're, seeing in the industry. You said CEMB really started on the wheel balancing side, and that's kind of the common thread through all three divisions of the business. So at least for the automotive side of the business, can you tell me what you're seeing in terms of, trends in tire changers, wheel balancers, alignment, any new technologies that, you're seeing in these pieces of equipment that are coming out, or that CEMB has coming out,
Sure.
I guess.
Well, we
Yeah.
are growing our portfolio, and
Yeah.
you're always evolving as our competitors do. We have to keep up
For sure.
in the market. We need to bring in new technologies and new ways of doing the alignments, or whether it's changing tires. Changing tires has evolved tremendously
For sure.
over the last few years, over the last 20 years. And the difference of today is the expense of the rims, how
Yes.
they've changed, the reverse mount, the drop centers sometimes are more difficult to navigate, getting the tire installed on the rim. So there are a lot of challenges now that maybe weren't there when you go back 30 years ago.
It's so true, yeah.
So today we've evolved into, specifically within the tire changer segment, we've got where we have the helping arms.
Yep.
That's an important piece of today because of the low profile tires, the stiff sidewalls, 19.5s, which are a very difficult assembly to change. And you need the bead assist that you gather from our new product lines. And we're looking into more of the center post mounting tire changing products, because that provides more rim protection for the expensive rims. But then there's a sturdiness and a stability to that device that you can't gain in some other products. And then you bring into the equation the bead press arms and the various products that are that can be added to the unit. That helps facilitate changing tires in a better manner.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, there's so many new gadgets and gizmos on today's tire changers, and
very much so.
Yeah. It's interesting. You say, the lower higher rim diameter tires, I guess.
The lower profile
Lower
tires.
profile,
Right. That increases the rigidity and stiffness of the sidewall and the whole assembly, and being able to install that on an expensive rim, because they're never an inexpensive rim, they're expensive rims with a low profile.
Exactly.
And you've got to be able to manipulate that tire bead around the rim. So that's where these new machines are filling that gap, that need in the industry.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been interesting to see that change. And then anything along wheel balancers that you can maybe point to, any new technologies or even changes that you've seen over your career?
Well,
I'm
absolutely.
curious about that too.
We have innovated because of our balancing expertise that I mentioned. We've brought innovations to the market that we have let others bring out on their products. But not to talk about that so much, but to talk about what we've done with some of our technologies. We've gone with sonar and are leveraging sonar for one plane balancing, which helps facilitate a quicker floor-to-floor process with being able to balance the tire more quickly in a dynamic mode. But it's a one-plane balance, and so you save wheel weights, and it's a faster process with a wheel weight savings. So that's something that we've been able to innovate, as well as the laser placement of the wheel weight on the rim. The accuracy you need, and it's required because of balancing. The vehicles are lighter. It's easier to tell when something is not in balance for drivers than it used to be. So today, with the laser placement options that we offer throughout much of our product portfolio, we've been able to do that and provide that to the industry at a very effective cost point. We also have diagnostic balancing, where you can go in and use the machine, the balancer, to evaluate a rim, a damaged rim.
Okay.
And if someone's hit a curb and bent the rim, the electronics that we provide with our hub match system is a top shelf diagnostic balancer that can compete with anybody's in the world. So we have a lot to offer in our balancing portfolio because of our technological abilities.
Yeah, for sure. And history, too.
Absolutely.
It sounds like, yeah. Very interesting. And the other thing I wanted to touch base with you on was, I know I've seen this on CEMB's website in a couple different promotional items, is the touchless alignment inspection. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
That y'all carry? Can you explain that and how that works?
We have a unit, it's called Argos.
Yes.
And our Argos unit is touchless. You do not, it's not required, and you can do a live alignment if you put it on the rack and you measure and the unit needs to be aligned. Okay, so you drive on, it's the camera systems are measuring it. The data feed comes in, the aligner tells you it needs to be aligned. And so what happens is you lift it, and the cameras on the upper level can maintain the reference points and help the technician as he's going through the alignment process live.
Wow.
So it's a real nice product. We had one gentleman in Virginia buy one. And what he used it for was alignment checks.
Oh, okay.
And in a few months, he checked 4,000 alignments and sold 3,000 alignment to customers.
Well, he realized ROI pretty quickly, I bet, on that.
He bought a second unit with the profits from his first one.
There you go.
Now, you can't make this stuff up.
Right.
He is a very satisfied customer.
Very cool.
And going to be buying a third one. So he's building another location. He said, "This is great. I love what your product is, and we will be buying another one."
Very cool.
So it's a great testimonial.
Yeah, for sure. A great testament to the technology too. That's awesome.
We had a gentleman that just came in from Texas that looked at the same unit, and he just purchased it. It shipped out 2 weeks ago, so we'll be installing that. And he said he's going to be building a second location in the near future, and he's excited about hearing that success story and then being able to apply the same approach and processes to his store.
Right.
So the units on our touchless alignment machines are top shelf, first class, world class.
Very cool. Yeah, and that creates such customer loyalty, I guess, if you're routinely checking alignment and showing them the issues they have with their car and quickly too, which is great.
Yes.
So yeah, very interesting stuff.
Speed is important. We don't hang our hat on it like some companies do, but we have the right amount of ability to quickly diagnose whether it's alignment or balancing, and then provide a finished product that the customer can install, or the alignment they can complete and feel confident in the job and diagnostics. So we're very, like I said, we are the best kept secret in the automotive industry. Yeah.
Well, lots of exciting technology coming out from CEMB, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Very cool. So we talked about it earlier. You guys are growing, expanding well, at least your American headquarters in Gainesville. Obviously, you cover so much more than North America. How do you see CEMB growing its market share in the tire and wheel space this year and really in the future?
Well, what we're finding is there are customers available that maybe feel underserved in the market.
Okay.
And so we're filling a gap there. We also are finding that there's distribution out there who are in need of a secondary or another product, or to move to us to a featured product.
Oh, all right.
So we have, because of our, when I said, if I bring customers in and they see our portfolio of products
Right.
in our training facility that you mentioned in Gainesville, and they walk through it with our team down there, our service team provides training there, as well as our sales team comes in to provide the sales side of it.
Mm-hmm.
So with that opportunity to bring customers in and show them who we are,
Right.
they're gravitating to us, just like the gentleman in Virginia that bought one, then a second one,
Mm-hmm.
and is going to buy a third unit, his third unit this year. That's 3 units in
Wow.
in 12 months. So we're doing something right. We can always evolve and get better, and that's what we're going to do. And our focus is towards our customers.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's the customer that is our distributor, or the customer that is the end user, that is the independent shop owner,
Right.
we intend to give them the best service experience we can from what we offer.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. And yeah, I'm excited to come down to Gainesville hopefully one day to check it out myself.
Well, we look forward to hosting you anytime, Maddie.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Dave. Well, Dave, thanks so much for being on the podcast today. I really appreciate it. Have learned a lot about CEMB. Is there anything else that you'd like to say about CEMB, or any of the technology growth that maybe I haven't touched on that you'd like to add?
Thanks, Maddie. Yes, we would like any customers to contact us at CEMB-USA.com. Please feel free to check our website out, send us an email. The phone number for CEMB USA is listed on our website. Please call us, and we'll be glad to help the automotive industry and you specifically any way we can. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.